like, just the blood flowing more, like, increases his size a little bit. And he says, "Do you not have the warrior spirit within you?"
I mean, Luna? Do I have the warrior spirit inside me?
I think you do, in a sense. Yes, you do, Lobby.
Yeah, yes, I do.
Alright, with that, everyone is super excited for you guys. Essentially, it takes like another 30 minutes for you guys just to leave the Pokemon Center because your parents are just so crazy happy for you. You guys step outside, you guys head to the harbor. Now, rather than there be, like, there's actually a pretty nice boat provided for you guys by the International Police. But rather than being a specific driver, they had very specific rules for this. The only people allowed to come were those who received an invitation and their +1.
Right.
So, like, you could not get a police escort. Instead, Lana has the keys to this boat.
Oh, okay.
Party! Party boat!
You guys get on the boat, and yeah, it is actually super nice and super cool.
Immediately take point.
Jesus comes.
That too.
Jesus comes up. Oh, I know where this is going.
Paint me like one of your Spanish girls.
You guys do the whole hold me Jack thing.
Oh my gosh. I'm the king of the world.
No, that was Jack by himself. That is not the same thing. He was actually with Rose when they were together, and she said, "Hold me, Jack." See, I've seen this movie many times.
Yes, you sure have.
We can tell.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that you guys have this well-rested bonus, where for the next time you guys decide you want to use it, you get a +4 to whatever roll you want, due to how well-rested you are, thanks to this.
Dang.
Yay. Oot, oot, let's go.
You guys travel out into the ocean, and you travel for quite some time. Solana is a shockingly good helmsman, and she manages to get you guys out within a few hours. Within the distance, as you guys start to approach, Solana and Luna are inside the cabin, and she's playing with her dials a little bit, and it's like her styler's got like this navigation thing on it.
Yes, she is.
Well, Hime's in here, so, you know. So as you guys travel out, she says, "All right, we're about here," and she kills the engine. Rising from the ocean, like this bubbling begins as a tower stretches out from the depths, parting the water bit by bit, and it just keeps rising and rising higher and higher until about like 100-foot spire appears in front of you, and then rising adjacent to that, there is like a dock. As that dock rises, your boat just kind of gets attracted towards it a little bit, like it's doing this on its own without any input from Solana. You guys dock, and greeting you at this dock are a bunch of Fion.
Ah.
Fion.
A bunch of Fion wave happily, and they're just kind of, none of them seem to be able to communicate directly, but Scarlet, you can kind of tell that these are the dock hands.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and they strap your boat down, and they've got, all this ready to go, and they point you to a single door on this spire. They just kind of, like, he's only capable of saying, please, 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 please.
Oh boy.
And he walks you guys towards this door, which opens up, and inside is a small chamber. It has no windows and, like, no, like, identifying marks of any kind, and he just shows you in, please, 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 please.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys walk in, and the door slowly shuts behind you, and the single Fiona is just waving, saying, please. And as the door shuts, you then feel a shift, as it turns out this room was an elevator, and it starts sinking down, and it's going fairly deep, fairly quickly, to the point where some of you have to pop your ears.
Oh,
Oh, I
jeez.
hate that.
Yeah.
As the pressure starts to normalize, you guys adjust fairly quickly until you hit the bottom, or what seems to be a bottom, and you hear a ding as a door opens up. You guys walk out of the elevator, and you see several Fione kind of swimming around in this little pond right here, and you see a Manaphy reading a book and discussing something in a language you don't quite recognize with another Fione.
Does that Manaphy have glasses on?
That Manaphy, his name is Percival. This Manaphy doesn't really seem to pay you any mind. In fact, he's rather stiff and emotionless in his movements. All you see ahead of you is a waterfall that's roaring, that rather than roaring is just kind of streaming quietly. No one seems to pay you any mind yet, except for a couple Fione that kind of turn their heads at you as you come in.
Well, so far so good, right guys?
Yeah.
So far, so good. Just don't jinx it, though.
Okay. That's just
Mm.
proper behavior. Your guests.
As you guys walk in, you can decide if you want to take the lead, Luna, or Solana. It's up to you.
Oh.
Since you two are the officers in charge, so.
Okay, I guess, like, we'll... Oh, sorry, Pled. Go over here. I guess we can both go ahead like this.
Hello. She goes ahead and she reaches inside of her outfit and pulls out the invitation. Looking over, you see, you see this Manaphy speak. He picks his head up and says, you must be the humans that have received invitations.
Some of us are.
Flavi, yes, we are. Shift him over here.
He says, very well. He closes his book, stands up, and he walks towards you. Without really needing anything, this guy seems like one of those cold, intelligent types, and he presents a box and puts it in front of you and says, please put...
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your language. What did you say?
Put a Fiona in the background or something, like just jumping away.
It's like, sorry, they get a little excited when they see humans. Anyway.
Comes out and places a box in front of you and says,
Oh my
if you
goodness.
If you would please kindly place your Pokeballs right there. And he presents another box, this one being gold, and he puts that next to you as well and says you can put your legendaries in this box.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Hey.
I don't need to use the gold box, so I just puts his Pokeballs in the other.
That's Pokemon racism. All my Pokemon are gold.
He goes, no, you don't understand, and he pushes up his glasses. While inside of this facility, it is completely forbidden to carry any sort of weapons. Humans use Pokemon as weapons, therefore...
Oh no, I wasn't stating that. I was just saying all my Pokemon deserve to be in the gold box. That's what I was saying.
He
Because you said
nods.
regular Pokeballs go in the boring box, and legendaries go in the gold one.
He says, don't worry, your Pokemon will be returned to you as you leave, or if he pauses for a moment, things escalate.
Of course. Yeah, we understand.
Mm.
Alright. Everything's fine.
He says
We
also-
are also
He-
capable of taking care of ourselves.
He also asks, and please, if you are carrying any weapons of any sort, deposit them there as well.
What about these? And Lavi shows his fists.
So, Giratina can't even go in with me?
I was just thinking.
They look at Giratina and they look at Shibitina and say, "He is the exception. He may stay out with you."
Yeah, I kinda figured.
Damn right, I'm the exception.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. I will put the rest of the
Smokes a
box.
giant cigar.
He needs like a little bow tie or something.
Yeah, I
Stuart.
was going to give him a bow tie, actually. I meant to.
Stuart, what counts as weapons? Because I don't think anybody really has any weapons.
No, that's actually up to you. You can choose to bring in things that could count as weapons for you personally, or you can present it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Well, not much Larry can do. He's a bare knuckle fighter.
you do have your burst crystal, so you can choose to deposit that or not.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I like my burst crystal. I only just got this back.
I don't think Scarlet has anything unless you can count sewing needles in a sewing kit she brought with her just in case the uniforms broke.
Why don't you tell
could
me
say-
Why don't you tell me what you're putting in the box? That way we know. So we'll start with Luna, then Lavi, then we'll go to everybody else.
Oh, well, they said they want our Pokemon, so
Just your Pokeballs?
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna put all the Pokeballs in there.
All right, Lavi, what are you putting in?
Yeah, Larry just puts in his Pokeballs. He doesn't feel the burst crystal as a weapon. He just uses it with his Pokemon. But yeah, so he's gonna keep the burst crystal, but just pop the Pokeball.
Hime goes over and he pulls out just a couple Pokeballs. He deposits them and then pulls out like 2 giant boxing gloves and deposits them in there. And
They're
then
in your dress that you keep those.
And
Yeah, where were they?
he's like, I was going to use them as boobs, but.
Oh gosh!
Alright.
And then he deposits 2 metallic shin guards and then steps back. Solana goes over and she deposits just 2 Pokeballs. She looks at you and then kind of hides her styler on her wrist a little bit and walks back to Hime.
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah. Jesus goes over and he deposits his 3 Pokemon.
And it's castanets.
Okay, Scarlet's gonna deposit her Pokemon and she's gonna get out her sewing kit and be like, I don't know if this counts as a, because she's so innocent, bless her. She's like, I don't know if you'd count this as a weapon, but I brought these sewing needles just in case our outfits broke.
Percival pushes up his glasses, says, "You may keep those."
Thank you. Steps back.
Amber walks over, pulls out her Pokeballs, deposits them, but then kind of looks at Jade and she mouths Pokedex. Like, because Jade, you know that she keeps her Porygon inside her Pokedex. So she's looking to you for guidance.
Jade's gonna kind of like grimace, me like, up to you.
She shrugs and then deposits her Pokedex.
Alright.
Prism comes over and he deposits his Pokemon very carefully. He's actually got them in this really nice case, and he walks back. Crystal just levitates her Pokeballs over, and then 4 just kind of raises her robe, like her arm robe things, and just waves. Plaid, meanwhile, he comes over, he deposits some Pokeballs, and then pulls like a knife out of his boot.
Oh! Holy
Oh.
shit.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. He's from the Midwest.
And then he deposits a lighter.
Wow, you're more prepared than I thought you were.
And then a can of hairspray.
You're just adorable.
And then the Manaphy's looking at you, Jade.
Mech arm.
Okay. You go over, you deposit your mech arm. Are you depositing all your Pokeballs?
Yeah, I've got Gina with me. I'll be fine.
Okay. You deposit all of them in the correct boxes. He takes them, gives them to the Fion. The Fion jump into the water, like seal them both up, jump into the water, and then they carry off. Percival, however, says, "Thank you. Please follow me, humans."
Okay.
While we are in this building, you are expected to please follow the rules of the Lord of the Estate. Currently, the current Lord is Kyogre.
Oh, interesting.
Does the Lord change often, or it's usually Kyogre?
It actually changes from aquatic legendary to aquatic legendary depending on season, star alignments, things like that.
Interesting.
You guys head up to the waterfalls, and Manaphy reaches behind him and then produces the sickest looking guitar that you've ever seen.
Whoa.
He then takes a couple riffs.
All right.
Okay then.
It's impressive he can do that without any fingers.
Wait,
It's making the waterfall move. Oh wow, there's a lot of layers to this waterfall.
All the Fiona just headbanging to see him.
He then stops as the Fiona around him actually get disappointed because they were being his backup chorus while Gas was coming on. And then just ends with a really sick guitar riff. And the rest of the facility is open. He goes ahead and he stands aside and he gives you a polite bow and says, "If you would please, before heading into the main hall, human guests are expected to wait a while as the legendaries get accustomed." He thinks for a moment.
Okay, hey, Lavi, how about you slow down? What? I didn't hear at all what no.
Hey everyone, it's the Sleepy Mystic Scarlet. You know, I've changed a lot while on our road to victory. I started off as a cute, shy little church girl who would sleep through all our encounters. But thanks to your continued support, I'm now something of a divine avatar, who also happens to be a cute little church girl. Hey, you should totally support us on Patreon. If you didn't know, you can get cool rewards like monthly lore packets, or even create your own characters that can join us on our journey. Some of our series' most memorable characters actually came from our supporters on Patreon. Support us today, and maybe I'll see you on the road. Bye-bye!
This episode is brought to you by Kohath the Paladin Jellyfish Plush. Use the coupon code LCCGAME for 10% off your total order at loadingcrewcrafts.com.
As Percival begins to walk with you, he says, "You and the other human guests are permitted to explore the Grand Colosseum over here," and he points to the right. "There may be a few other guests that you are familiar with. Feel free to..." he thinks for a moment. "Feel free to socialize." And as you guys are coming back, he starts heading back over to the waterfall, and he pulls out the guitar again.
Gotta close it up.
I believe the word he was looking for was mingle.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys are put over to the other side. As he is just playing the sick-ass guitar riff, the doors close behind you, sealing you guys in.
Alright, no turning back now.
Yep.
Woo!
Percival, shoulders his guitar and heads into the ballroom. As you guys enter the hallway, you see ahead of you a familiar-looking face. You turn, and you see Captain Robert. That's his name.
That's his name, Captain Robert.
And the ship is called the Bobs.
Bobs, okay.
And Robert comes over and says, "Yar, it's the fresh floofers. Oh, and the prisms. How ye be?" And the little Manaphy hops down and walks over next to him. And he comes out as well. He's got a little pirate hat on, and he draws a tiny, tiny Manaphy-sized sword. And he goes, "Yar, I be Patchy the pirate."
Oh
No!
You're adorable.
"The word you are looking for is fearsome."
Indeed.
No, I'm pretty sure we mean adorable.
He's so tiny and fearsome.
"Yar, I promote you to lieutenant for that compliment." He points at Scarlet.
Yay!
He's got a weapon! I'm kidding, Larry doesn't do that. I'm kidding! Larry doesn't do that. Larry doesn't do that. I was joking.
Actually, Robert points, he's like, "Yeah, how did you get that?" I mean, Yar, how did you get that past the guards? And Patchy goes, "I am one of the princes. I can bring this in with me, Yar." And he just shakes his head. Captain Robert stumbles down on his fake peg leg, and he goes, "How be ye, fresh floof? Welcome to the Manaphy's lair."
Thank you.
Not bad at all, I guess.
"I take it you are here for the coronation. Well, you've come to the right place, clearly, with your invitation."
Yeah. How did you get invited here?
"I came with me captain, or me admiral." And Manaphy goes ahead and adjusts his hat.
Oh god, that's
I see.
"Yar, I be the admiral of the Captain Robert fleet. In reality, we probably should have called it the Manafleet."
Stop, there's too much diabetes in this conversation.
He climbs on top of Captain Robert and says, "I'll show ye around."
Okay.
You guys head on out. And down here, past this archway, and you can see into the main Coliseum. You walk out, and a few people notice you around. I'm just going to go ahead and point out everybody, and you can choose to socialize as you will. All right, I'm just going to tell you what you see.
Oh,
and then you can...
yeah.
The Manaphy Patchy goes ahead and declares, "You should get to know everyone a little bit. We are about to enter the belly of the beast." And Patchy looks at him and says, aren't we? Isn't this your belly of the beast?" "Yar, but I be on the human side." He nods.
Okay.
Over here, I'm going to go ahead and point out, you see a Meloeda along with a human male, you think? They are dressed very interestingly in very bright, bold colors. So that is Vessi. Yep. Got a really, actually like a punk rocker look. He looks dope. Or they look dope. It's actually really cool. Over there, let's see. So you've seen Vessi, or you've seen a Meloeda and an individual that you don't recognize. Over here, kind of hidden in like some rubble or at least some like coverage, you see a Carbink surrounded by 2 steel-type Pokemon. They are talking in hushed tones. Even at this distance, you can tell that the magic of the palace is working and you can communicate with them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over here, you see a Carbink, and next to the Carbink, Scarlet and Jade, you actually recognize these two as the Dream World, Drowsy, and Hypno.
Oh god.
And then
What are they arguing over now?
They are in heated discussion. Meanwhile,
Of course they are.
that Carbink is just full of regret right now. You are not sure. Like, you are not sure what they're doing. Up here, you see Takoa and Kiza. They notice you, and Kiza gives a polite wave as Takoa, although he's in a mask, he is clearly trying to look as distinguished as possible. He gives you guys a curt nod.
Hi. Hello.
Over here, you see a third Carbink who's being flanked by 2 very impressive Ultra Beasts. So you see these characters looking around. None of them seem super interested in interacting with each other. You are not sure if they've already interacted, and if they're just kind of sizing each other up now, or what. It's a surprisingly intense situation, at least between them. Everyone else, however, looks at you guys, and they seem to have a neutral affinity towards you at the very least. Or I'll have Patchy say, "Yar, the ball will begin at any given point. Since this is a coronation, I suggest ye, don't dawdle."
Okay.
Agron! I want a pretty Agron.
Okay.
Pretty Agron.
Uh,
Gonna put bows on it.
You
Make
pull
it adorable.
Jesus along towards the Carbink with the steel types.
Yeah, I want to go see them.
Uh-oh. Alright, go ahead and pull yourself over there.
Whee! I dragged Jesus as well.
Ah!
I just saw the Aggron head popping over the top of this rock formation here, and I was like, "That's an Aggron!"
Oh my gosh.
You know I could summon one, right?
Shh.
Also, I think you own one, Amber points out. She's like,
No,
I
it's just a summon sign.
Yeah, I don't actually have one.
We might
really
have a Lairon or an Aeron. Anyway.
Yeah. Agrons are pretty.
Let's see. Luna, you and Lavi approach this raised platform right here, and as you are approaching, the Ultra Beasts that were flanking it move aside for you and like go back.
Oh.
So that way you can come up and talk to him. It's clear he seems interested in talking to you.
Hello there, Carbink.
Okay,
Lavi waves.
my name is Zar. It is pleasure to meet you. Come
Zar.
Zar.
Okay, nice to meet you, Zar. Sure.
You guys hop up, and he introduces himself. I am Zar. I wish to be the next Princess Diana.
Oh,
your name already means king, yeah.
You're a candidate for the next run. Okay, interesting.
Yes. However, the other Carbink are all suspicious of each other, and thus we have brought, and he motions behind him, armed guards.
Oh, I see.
It is rumored that this may result in, how you say, bloodshed.
Oh, okay, we don't want that, but hopefully we can reach a peaceful conclusion before going to a violent one.
I do not mind.
Lavi mutters to himself, I was like, I kind of want that a little bit. Whatever.
If you crave violence, I would be happy to assist you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh god.
All you need is to vote for me as next princess.
I will be prettiest princess!
What qualities do you see yourself, if I may ask?
I am a natural born leader. He walks on out, moving the Ultra Beast. I am a natural leader, and through my leadership, I will make the Carbink and the Dianci the greatest nation ever seen in Utopus.
Okay.
Of course I picked the crazy one.
But it does not need to be that way. For if I am elected princess, then we shall have an era of peace, so long as everyone bends the knee, of course.
I see.
Do not scoff. Many leaders within history have led this way. In fact, many have seen their longest golden eras because of this. I am not wrong in my thinking.
Oh no, you are right that a leader should be very strong, but violence always begets violence, as history has told us as well.
Ah, but you see, the one who is most violent, yes, begets the most peace. Okay, go ahead and do small history. Actually, you don't even really know this. This is actually kind of. He is correct in that, generally speaking, the scariest rulers do at least have the most stability for a time in their nation. He is not wrong in that.
But that's what I was explaining, that yes, a leader can be strong, but as history has also told us that the violence one kind of also and the quickest as well. So.
But I will live forever. He turns around and goes back dramatically looking out.
No, yeah, that's not creepy or ominous at all.
The Ultra Beast flex at you, Lavi, and a surprisingly eloquent voice. Have you ever pondered the identity of the warrior spirit?
Huh?
He flexes some more, like just the blood flowing more, increases his size a little bit, and he says, "Do you not have the warrior spirit within you?"
I mean, Luna? Do I have
Yes.
the warrior spirit inside me?
I think you do, in a sense. Yes, you do, Lavi.
Yeah, yes, I do.
He comes over, he puts one arm around you, but he needs to flex with the other arm in order to communicate. And with this flex, he tells you, then clearly you know that the only way to advance us is through Zar's philosophy.
Oh, Jesus. God damn it, why did I pick the crazy one?
Better question, why did we come to these people? Lavi just goes, he's like, well, I don't really know anything about that, but, and then he just flexes as well, just to be like, you know, that's all he knows. He's not really into politics.
He's aghast. He's like, oh, you are a mighty warrior indeed. But please don't insult my mother like that again. He flexes in another direction.
Oh, sorry.
Guess,
move forward, I
say
assume
hi
you-
to the Faramosa. I think that's how you say its
That is
name.
their name.
Right. It's a pleasure to meet you. You're very lovely.
She kneels down and then gives you a smile and a polite nod.
No, not much of a talker, are you?
She closes her eyes and shakes her head.
Ah, I see.
She then stands up and gives a salute to Czar as her leader, and then turns around to you again and gives a respectful salute as well.
I'll salute back.
She smiles and points towards your wrist where, like, the chafing and general, like, whenever you wear, like, a watch for a long time, you leave that imprint. But she points to the imprint of your styler. Actually, did you hide it, or are you still wearing it openly?
I'm hiding it like Solana is.
She's just pointing out, however, that she noticed that it usually goes on your wrist.
I guess it's a bracelet, so yeah, whatever. They can see it as a bracelet. It's a special gift that I gotten a long time ago. I never leave without it. It's kind of like a good luck charm.
She raises an eyebrow, smiles and nods, and gives a wink.
I guess I wink.
That just seems proper shady. He's like, oh yeah, wink wink.
I mean, they are Ultra Beasts. They are pretty smart.
At least this one seems to be, yeah.